Yes. Now, today we'll be discussing about functions. We have finished with relations. Now we'll be discussing about functions. So, what is basically a function? A function is also a relation from set A to set B. If every element of set A has one and only one image in set B. Am I clear? Now let us read it again. A function is a special kind of relation from a set A to set B if every element of set A has only one image in set B. What do you mean by that? Suppose if I draw like this. Okay. Now you see here A, the image is what? 1. B, the image is what? 2. C, the image is what? 3. D, the image is what? 4. And E, the image is 5. Understood? Acha, I have already told you about image, right? Yesterday, last class in relations, right? Yes or no? 1 is an image of A, 2 is an image of B, like this. Yes or no? So every single element in here have one image. Every single element in here have one image, right? A, B, C, D, E have one image, right? Yes or no? But let's look at in here. L, M, N, O, P. L has 6 as image, M has 7, N has 8, O has 9 and 10. 2 images. And P has no images at all. Can you tell me which one of them is a function and which one of them is just a relation? The most important criteria for function is what? Each and every element of A has one and only one image in set B. Now look at here. Is this condition satisfied or this condition satisfied? Which one is the function among both of them? Is A to B a function or C to D?
C to D.
C to D a function. It's A to B a function. C to D is not a function because look at here. 0 has 2 images, right? But I need to have every single element of A need to have only one image. This condition is satisfied. So here, while am I writing, I will write here F in here. Okay? Because it's function from A to B. I write F in there. Now in here, this is not function. Can anybody tell me why this is not a function? Look at it carefully and tell me why C to D is not a function. What is the reason? What are the reason that C to D is not a function?
Zero.
Because 0, because O has,
2 images.
it's okay, you don't have to say sorry. Because 0, I am saying 0, now I am sorry. Because O have 2 images, right? But there is another one, another condition for it to be no image, for this one to be not a function. One condition is 0, again 0, what am I doing? Sorry to the power infinity. O has 2 images. Another condition is what?
P has no image.
Very good. P has no image. Understood? Clear? So these two conditions make this one not a function and this one a function. Understood? So what is a function? A function is a relation from A to B where every element of A has only one image in set B. Okay? That's the normal definition. Now you look at here. If f is a function from A to B and A comma B is an element of f, then fa is equal to b. Look at here. We did in case of relations, right? Where A comma B is an element of relation, right? Yes or no? Please tell me. Ordered pair. Where did A comma B is an element of relations, right? Element of R. Look at here. Look at this one. We are writing what? R is equal to this one, right? R is equal to this one. Can't I say 1 comma 4 is an element of R? Can't I say that thing? 1 comma 4, 1 comma 6 is an element of R. R is what? A relation, right? In the same way, since a function is a special kind of relation, I can say that a comma b is an element of f. Then f of a is equal to b. This is the most important thing about functions. This is not true for relation, but this is important thing for function. Now look at here. We did relation, but for relation I cannot write like this. This is not true at all. But for function, which is a special kind of relation, I can write f of a is equal to b. Understood? Am I clear? Where a,
Yes.
where this is the first, a is what? The first element and b is the second element. Am I clear? Understood? Acha, who can tell me? If we had x comma y, then in case of function, what can I write? In case of function, we can write f of x equal to y. Am I clear?
Why?
Yes, that's how we write functions. Okay, so here we see where b is called the image of a under f. Acha, look at here what we have written in here. In this case, can you tell me what can I write in here? What can I write here? A, like this one. So I will write f of a is equal to 1. Yes or no? Can anybody tell me what is f of d equal to? F of d will be equal to what? Wrong. F of d, not b, d for dog.
4.
Yes. And f of e will be? F of e.
F of 5.
It will be 5. Okay, that's how we define function. So here you see f of a is equal to b, where b is called the image of a under f, where 1 is called the image of a under f. Understood? And a, now you learn a new thing. That is pre-image. 1 is an image of a and a is a pre-image of 1. Understood? 1 is an image of a, but a is a pre-image of 1. Am I clear? A is called the pre-image of b under f. Understood? Am I clear? Image, pre-image.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how we denote a function? So we denote a function like this. Function f from a to b is denoted by what? F of a arrow b. Now why this arrow? Because it is going from 1 to a. Understood? If it is going from 2 to b, it is going from 3 to c, it is going from a to b. Am I clear? That's why f is a function colon a to b. This is how you denote a function. Understood? Am I clear? Now
Yes.
let's move on to the next portion where it says that a function which has either r means what? I told you last class, it is real numbers, right? It is not relation, it is not range, it is a set of real numbers. A function which has either real numbers or one of its subsets. Acha, can you tell me an example of one of its subsets? Give me a subset of real number. Tell me a subset of real number.
Rational number.
Yes, rational number, natural number, whole number, integer, irrational number also. They're all subsets of real numbers, right? Understood? So a function which has either real numbers or one of its subsets as its range. Acha, range means what? Range means what? A, B, C. Range means what? This part. Am I clear? Everyone, please understood this one. Range means what? This side, right? And domain means which side? This side? Yes or no? Range is this side, domain is this side. Clear? I am starting from domain, I am ending at the range. Yes. So if one of its subsets is as its range, then is called a real valued function. Am I clear? Then the function is known as real valued function. Now look at here. Further, if its domain is also either real numbers or a subset of real numbers, it is called a real function. Now it says what? If the range is real, if the range is a set of real numbers, then I can say that one as real valued function. Now if its domain as well as its range is your set of real numbers, then we will call it as real function. Am I clear? Then we can determine the, can I write the function as f colon r to r. Acha, why am I writing r to r? Can anybody explain me? What is the purpose of writing like this? What does this thing means? F colon r to r. Let's see who can explain me. F colon r to r explains what? What does it say? What does it say? F colon r to r. What does it say? Who can tell me? F colon r to r. What does it say? Pass. F colon r to r means f is a function where this thing, it's from real numbers to real numbers. And real numbers means what? Here we are doing A to B, right? Yes or no? Where A is what? The domain. And where set B is, look at here. Here set, acha, one thing, I can tell you one thing. Can anybody tell me, is this one a function or not? Acha, wait a second. Just tell me one thing. Is this one a function or not? 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. Is this one a function or not? Is this one a function or not? Yes or no? Is this one a function? Yes, it's a function, right? But here, can anybody tell me what does the set B determine? Does the set B determine the range? Does all the elements of set B determines range? Yes or no? Huh? No. Then what does set B determines? There is another thing I told you. What? Very, very good. Set B determines codomain, right? So look at here. Now understand this one very, very clearly. So here A, when I'm writing A in here, right? I can directly say that A is the domain. Yes or no? Listen very carefully because this is very, very important. A is the domain, right? I can directly say by not looking at all. Look at here. Now understand this one very carefully. If I write 4 in here, will it remain a function? If I write 4 in there, will it remain a function? Yes or no?
Yes. No.
How can it remain a function? Because every single element has to have an image, right? 4 does not have an image, but it will not be a function, right? Yes or no? But if I have to remove this 4 to make it a function. So when I say A, so A basically means the domain, right? Yes or no? For function A to B, A basically means the domain, right? But when I'm talking about B, B can be domain or it can be range. Yes or no? If I remove this D, it will B can be range. But if I have D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K like that, B will determine codomain. Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes. So,
Yes. So F of real numbers to real numbers. So F of real numbers to real numbers means this real number means, this R gives you what? The domain of the function, and this R gives you what? Please tell me. This R gives you what? What does it give? What does it give? Very, very good. This R does not gives the range. This R gives the codomain. Am I clear? Everyone understood? Because for functions, the codomain is not important. The domain is the most important thing. Understood? Clear?
yes, sir.
Yes. Now, so let's move on to the next very important thing. Domain. Acha, look at here. This portion which I'm going to teach, this portion which I'm going to teach you guys, this you will not find in your book. You will not find in your book. Understood? But they will give you problem related to this one. So this is like, it's like my note. Okay? It's my note to make you understand. Now read domain. What does domain means? The actual definition of domain is values of x for which the function fx is defined. I will explain you. Just listen to this carefully. Values of x for which the function fx is defined. Now, acha, let's see who can tell me. Let's see. Suppose I have two diagrams like this. Now who can tell me a function? Let's see. I will be making the arrows. Now somebody will tell me the function. What function is this one? Let's see. Whoever tells me, let's see, who can tell me what function is this? Now first thing, is it a function? Is this a function, yes or no? Yes, very good. Now thank you very much. This is a function, I know. Now you tell me one thing. Since this is a function, what is the domain of this function? What is the domain of this function?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Acha, let me add something in here. Let me add another number in here to make you understand. Acha, what is the range of this function?
1, 4, 9, 16, 25.
Very good. What is the codomain of the function?
1, 4, 9, 6.
Why should I say the elements? When somebody says what is the codomain of the function, right? You will directly say, sir, the codomain is B. Yes or no? The codomain is B, right? So again, if I say what is the domain of this function, you will say what? A. Understood? Am I clear? And the codomain is B. Now the important thing. Can you tell me the relation between the elements? Let's see who can tell me. What is the relation between the elements? What is the relation between the elements?
A to B.
A to, no, I am asking what is the relation? You see, 1 is related to a 1. How? How 1 is related to 1? How 2 is related to 4? How 3 is related to 9? What? By what? Very good. The squaring thing. It is just like, okay, now listen carefully. These values are actually values of x. Again, look, this is very this chapter is the most complicated and very interesting chapter. These values are the values of x and these values are the values of y, because we have done for ordered pair, right? X comma y is an element of R. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So can I write y is equal to x square? Can I write this thing? I am very sorry. Can I write y is equal to x square? Can I write y is equal to x square? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Now can anybody define me this function? How to define a function? I already told you how to define a function. A function is defined by like this. It is f. I will write colon and it will be from where to where? From where to where? It will be from A to B, right? Yes or no? Please tell me yes or no.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Again, 1 comma 1 is an element of f. Understood? Again, listen carefully. One by one I am going. 2 comma 4 is an element of f. Right? 3 comma 9 is an element of f. Yes or no? Please tell me one by one.
Yes. Yes, sir.
1 comma 1 is an element of f. 2 comma 4 is an element of f. Yes or no?
Yes.
In the previous slide, did we learn this thing? F of 1 is equal to 1. I can write yes or no. Then f of 2 is equal to what? Who can tell me? F of 2 is equal to f of 2 is equal to f of 2 is equal to what? It is 4, right? Yes or no? Here I am writing the element. These are the images. Now f of 3 is equal to what? F of 3 is equal to 9. F of 5 is equal to 25. Very, very good. So have you understood this portion? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Combining all of them. Acha, fine. Can I write I have written f of 2 is equal to 4. Can I write this one like this? F of 2 is equal to 2 square. Can I write this one? Can I write this one? Yes. So can I write f of 3 is equal to 3 square? Yes or no? Please tell me. Can I write f of 5 is equal to 5 square?
Yes, sir.
Combining all of them, I will write only one thing, that is f of x is equal to x square. Have you understood? Have you understood this one? So this is our function. Am I clear? Understood? Now you put values of x, you will get corresponding values of y. F of 1, 1 square. F of 2, 2 square. F of 3, 3 square. F of 4, 4 square. Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this concept is very, very important. That's why if you don't understand, go through that video which I will post you in that YouTube channel. Am I clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Acha, now who can tell me? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Acha, now who can tell me what is f of 6 in here? Let's see. For this function, what is f of 6 equal to? Let's see. Now is the most interesting part. Who can tell me the answer? For this function I am asking, what is f of 6 equal to? Let's.
36.
It's wrong. It's 100% wrong. Can you tell me why? Can anybody tell me why? Yes?
There is no 6.
Yes, that's the thing. I already told you for this function from A to B, what is f of 6? You don't see 6 in here, right? So if I don't see 6, how can I find f of 6? Do you understand that thing? Am I clear? Understood? So can I say, for this 6, the function is undefined? Can I say for the element 6, the function is undefined? Defined means what? For 1, the function is defined. How? For 1, there is a value that is 1. For 2, there is a value that is 4. For 3, there is a value that is 9. They are showing you the direction that for 5, the value is 25. But there is no 6. So for 6, the function is undefined, right? Yes or no? Am I clear? So here the definition. Have you understood the definition? Values of x for which the function is defined. Understood? So what is the domain? And what you told about domain? Domain is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes or no? When I ask you the domain, what do you said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Have you said the domain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yes or no?
No.
You haven't said, right? Why you haven't said? Because 6 element is not there, right? Yes or no? So what we can say? For element 6, the function is undefined. Understood? Have you understood this definition? Please tell me, have you understood the definition?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And those who haven't understood, please go through that video again. Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we move on to the next definition. What is a range? What is a range? Now read the range. Read the definition of range. Values of fx or value of y. What was range in here? When I ask you range, what answer did you give? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When x is 1, value of fx is what? 1. When x is 2, value of fx is what? 2 square, right? That is 4. When x is 3, value of fx is what? 9. Yes or no? So all those values of fx gives you the range. Everyone understood the definition of range?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear? Okay.
Yes.
So these two are the most important thing, very very important thing. Now we are move on to the most, this is the vital thing. Situations in which the function is undefined. This one you will not find in your book. So please go through this one which I am telling you. Situation in which function is undefined. Square root of a negative number. Okay, from the very childhood, you are in class 11 right now, right? Up till class 10, did you ever came across a number? Look at here, root over of minus 2. Have you ever came across a number like this?
No.
You have never came across a number like this, yes or no? Right?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what was the reason, do you know? Let's see, who can tell me the reason? Why have you never came across this number? What was the reason behind it? Let's see, who can tell me? Because?
It's an imaginary number.
My God, you guys know. How could you guys know? You shouldn't have known this thing. Because the answer should be like this. Because square root of minus 2 is not a real number. Understood? Imaginary number you haven't learned yet. You will learn. But the answer should be because square root of minus 2 is not a real number. Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But I already told you what? In functions, I will have real number or subsets of real numbers. Am I clear? But if it is something other than real numbers, who's got? Then if it's something other than real numbers, then I will say what? Undefined. Understood? Am I clear? So root over of minus x is not a real number. So the function becomes undefined. Okay? Clear? Understood?
Yes.
So whenever I see root over of minus something, I will say the function is undefined. Now let's move on to this one. I think this one to like everybody knows. 1 by 0 is what? 1 by 0 is what? What is the value of 1 by 0? What is the value of 1 by 0?
Undefined.
What is the value of 5 by 0?
0.
Wow. It is also undefined. It's not 0. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. Am I clear? Okay. But there is one exception which you will learn when you learn the chapter limits. So forget about the exception. Achha, fine. I will tell you the exception. The exception is 0 by 0. 0 by 0 is not undefined. Okay. But you should know that for the moment you think of anything divided by 0 is undefined. Okay. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes. So anything by 0 also makes the function undefined. So which two things makes the function undefined? One is square root of a negative number and the another one is anything divided by 0. Am I clear? Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now there is an important note. So all the values of x which makes the function fx take the above mentioned form is neglected. So what can anybody explain me what they are saying by this sentence? I'm just letting you guys try. Can anybody try explaining me this? Why they are saying this thing? So all the values of x which makes the function fx take the above mentioned form is neglected. Why we are neglecting those values of x which makes these things? Why? Let's see, who can explain me this one? Who can explain me? Okay, I will count up till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pass. Everybody pass.
Pass.
What was the definition of domain? Values of x for which the function is defined, right? Yes or no? If the function is undefined, then who cares about the values of x? I will forget the value of x because the function gets undefined, right? Am I clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Because the values of x for which the function is undefined, I don't care about them. Because the domain is what? The values of x for which the function is defined. Are you clear about this one? Understood?
Yes.
Now we will be doing some examples. Acha, I shouldn't have done this one. Forget it. Let's erase this one. Yeah, now it's good. Now everyone can see properly, right?
Yes, sir.
Can everybody see the function? Can you see the function?
Yes, sir.
Yes. The function is fx is equal to 5 by x minus 5. Okay? This is my function. Am I clear? Everybody clear about this one?
Yes.
Just like the previous one, our function was what? Fx equal to x square, right? Yes or no? Here we have a different one, that is 5 by x minus 5. Now my question comes here. Can you tell me, anybody, can you tell me for what value of x this function becomes undefined? Let's see, who can tell me the answer?
When x is 5.
Okay, why? Why x is 5, it becomes undefined? Why? I don't know. Because?
5 minus 5 is 0.
Very good. Because the denominator becomes 0, right? And if the denominator becomes 0, I will get what? 5 by 0, right? And 5 by 0 we already learned undefined, right? Yes or no? Now I don't expect that you will tell me the correct answer, but I still, in my heart, I want to see whether you can tell me the answer or not. Can you tell me what is the domain? That's why I hidden the answer. Can you tell me what will be the domain? Domain is what? Acha, what was the definition of domain? All the possible values of x for which the function is defined. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So can anybody tell me what is the... Acha, one thing I have made one mistake. I should have told you one thing. Acha, I am telling you now. Here, the function is defined as f colon r to r. I hope everybody knows what r to r means, right? Tell me one by one. What does r means? R means what? Actually, it will be wrong actually. It won't be r to r. But I tell you, what does r means? This was the actual function. What does r means? R means what? Real numbers, right?
Real.
And what does r means? This r means what? Codomain. This r means domain. This r means codomain. So now can you tell me what is the domain of this function? Fx. Let's see who can tell me. What is the domain of this function? 5 by x minus 5. I know you guys cannot tell me the correct answer, but try. Even if it's wrong, who cares? I will not eat you guys. I'm not that hungry.
Okay. Domain 0.
Domain 0. Okay, fine. I got one answer 0. Very good. You tried. That's right. Okay, fine. Next one. Is there anybody else who wants to try? What?
Real number.
Okay, one answer is real number. Can anybody try more? Look, you guys already know. Why am I telling you guys to try more and more? Because I haven't got the right answer. Once I get the right answer, I will stop. Can anybody try more?
5.
Okay, another one. I got 5. 5. Can anybody got something else? Any different answer or everybody agrees with this one? Everybody agrees with this one so that I can proceed? Yes or no?
That's 5.
What? What? Again, please.
She said -5.
Just -5, or before that she said something else?
I don't know, but I hear -5.
Yes, I also heard -5, but she was going in the right direction. That's why I was very curious to know. Does she said anything before -5, or just she said just -5? Pass. So that's it. Now I will tell you the answer one by one. 0. 0 is wrong. 0 is wrong. Why 0 is wrong? Achha, look at here. If I put x as 0 in here, domain, what is the definition of domain? All the possible values of x for which the function is defined. Now if I put 0 in here, what happens? So if I put 0, it becomes what? 5 by -5. I get -1. And -1 is what? Defined. Am I clear? Now if I put 1 in here, so I get what? 5 by -4. That is also defined. Yes or no? Yes or no? If I put 2 in here, that is also defined. If I put 3 in here, that is also defined. So 0 is wrong answer. Now we move on to the next answer. That is 5. The domain is all the possible values of x for which the function is defined. But for 5, the function is undefined. So how can it be 5? The 5 is not possible at all. Understood? Now we move on to the next answer, that is R. Look at here, R is not possible. Why? Because 5 is also a real number. So the domain will be real numbers -5. Did you guys understood? All the real numbers -5, because for 5 the function becomes undefined. So R -5, the function becomes defined. Do you guys understood? Am I clear?